And they be asking, what do love got to do with the point? It's the stool in your water, it's the truth in your drink. All the gold is overrated, what do you do with your coin? We gon' try to spread some love with it. Spread some love, we gotta spread some love, everybody gotta know. Buying water by the jug, I'm the plug, what you want, what you need, not the hate. If you're hating, brother, don't now. Spread love, spread love, spread love. Spread love, spread love, spread love. We gon' try to spread some love, ain't nobody gotta know. Buying water by the jug, I'm the plug, what you want, not the need, not the hate. If you're hating, brother, don't now. Spread love, spread love, spread love. Spread love, spread love, spread love. Man. So tell me what they really gotta say to me, huh? I just let my little light shine. I guess that's why they wanna throw shade at me, huh? They say that they love you, but they don't never show that. That ain't okay with me. Try to recoil on a daily. Oh, man. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, my yum. We in this thing. Back out in the beautiful. Back out in the I am. Ugh. Man, I'm loving it. I don't answer some questions because people be hitting me up and they be like, so why you like being outside? Well, I like being outside because I feel like that's how you commune with the angels. You commune with nature, man, and be out here in the creation and not in four walls or a building. Ain't nothing wrong with being in the building, you feel me? Because it be cold out here sometime or it be raining, you know. But when you can be outside, man. Let your antenna stick up, you know what I'm saying? And really hear. Because in the scripture, he say, man, heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. So what house can ye build me? You feel what I'm saying? They used to say that all the time in the old church. It's the house of the Lord. It's the house. It's his house. This God's house. You know what I'm saying? But then the scripture say that God say, these places you build with your hands. You feel me? Earth is my footstool. Heaven is my throne. What house of rest can ye build for me? Man, that's hard. So I just be out here in the open, man. Shout out to my brothers in Real Judah. My big brothers, Peasy and Shad, Dub. We chopping it up on some stuff, man. It really had me feeling like I had to share with y'all, because it's true, man. It's true. And you know, I say this too. I don't like to deal in stuff that I can't prove. That's why, you know, you'll be able to get rid of all of the confusion if you only deal in stuff that you can prove. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have different beliefs and different ideas about things, but deal in what you can prove. You know what I'm saying? They say, well, I believe that the Messiah was born by immaculate conception. Can you prove it though? No, you can just read. I believe that Mary and Joseph had sex and that's how the Messiah came. Can you prove it though? No, you can just read. You feel what I'm saying? It don't matter how he came. The point is that he came. You feel me? And some people say, well, I believe that he died on the cross. Okay, can you prove it? No, all you can do is just read. Some people say, well, I believe he was hung on the tree. But can you prove it? No, because we weren't there. All we can do is just read the history that's recorded. You feel what I'm saying? So that kind of shuts down arguments right there. Why are we arguing over things that we can't prove? That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? That just, it just don't make no sense, man. You feel me? Now I got two different versions of the Bible. For those who don't know, I'm about to show you what the difference is in the Bible that we had our whole life and then the Bible that the books were taken out of. This is regular book. This is the regular Holy Bible, okay? They say they got 66 books, all right? And it goes from the Old Testament, which includes Genesis, all the way to the book of Malachi, all right? And then you got the New Testament, starts from the Gospels, goes all the way to Revelation, all right? Now the difference between this Bible with 66 books and you have this Bible here, which you see most of us brews use, the Bible 1611 edition. The 1611 edition has 14 more books than the New and the Old Testament. When you get to Malachi in the 1611 King James Version, after Malachi, you'll see this here. See that? The Apocrypha. After the end of Malachi, you got the end of the prophets. It goes into another section of the book called the Apocrypha. All right, can y'all see that? All right, hold it up and the thing on light. All right, you see that? After Malachi, you got the Apocrypha. All right. So reason why I'm showing you that is because I want to go into a book that's in the Apocrypha first, and then I'll go back to the other books too. All right. I'm gonna pray in real quick, just so I can give proper reverence and praise. Thou would die for waking us up this morning, Father, calling us all by our names. You didn't have to. Thank you for giving us breath in the body. Thank you for your spirit. Thank you for your son. Thank you for life. Thank you for water. Thank you for everything that we take for granted, Father. Just want to say, thou would die for everything. And then we can pray together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. That prayer right there is real, man. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. So why we argue amongst ourselves? The kingdom, the power, and the glory is in the heavens. Why are we worried about arguing with each other? You know? Shabbat Shalom, Stokes. Hey, link up, brother. Link up, Ahch. I ain't seen you in a good little minute, man. Hey, we in, I want to go to Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus, also known as the wisdom of Sirach. Some people call it Sirach. Some people call it Ecclesiasticus. It's in the Apocrypha. It's in your middle books. Between the Old Testament and the New Testament is a group of books called the Apocrypha. All right. The reason why I'm going here first is because this is probably a whole chapter worth of information that I want to show. We going to chapter 13 in the Apocrypha, in Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13. If you go and say got it when you get it. Excuse my hair. I just like being natural. That's another thing too. Somebody had asked me about standing outside. Oh, and they said, why you just talk the way you talk or present yourself the way that you do? How come you don't try to present yourself as some holier than thou type of person? Or, you know what I'm saying? How come you don't present yourself as an elder? Because you can see that you got a lot of knowledge and all this. That's the Most High's job. You feel me? I just present the information. I'm not worried about what you see with me. I'm worried about what you hear through, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when it comes to going in scripts, I kind of just talk about either what we are going through or what I'm personally going through, because I feel like confessions make the best lessons. Does that make sense? You feel me? Like, I could come up with a lesson or, some type of edification that's just going to be edification. And I could be coming from a place of hypocrisy, because I could be talking about doing something righteous that I myself am not doing. You feel me? So instead of doing that and being a hypocrite, I give you the steps that I'm taking. So that's like the mad scientist. I do it on myself. I practice and see if it work on myself. Hold the mirror up to myself, get myself right. Then once I see that it worked with myself, now I could come back and tell y'all. So that way I'm not being a hypocrite. It's something that I actually put in action myself. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I say confessions make the best lessons. Because I'm being honest with you. And if I did something wrong, I'm telling y'all and showing you in scriptures how we get right. So that's how we can all get right together, instead of me pointing fingers and not taking account for myself. Shabbat Shalom. Malaka. What's up, sis? Shalom. Shalom. We in Ecclesiasticus chapter 13. I just want to show a couple scripts. I ain't going to be on here long. I just want to drop these and then see what y'all think and see what y'all say. Do y'all agree or not? Ecclesiasticus chapter 13. Anybody that's going, can you say got it? Anybody? I'll wait until I see the first got it before I start reading this. Ecclesiasticus chapter 13. We in the Apocrypha. We're going to kind of jump around on this one. I got a little bit. We're going to jump around. I ain't seen no got it, man. So y'all ain't being interactive today. There we go. Thank you, Adara. Shabbat Shalom, sis. Somebody in here following instructions. Right on. All right, we in Ecclesiasticus chapter 13. All right, want to show you. Let's just let's start at the beginning, and then let's start at 2, verse 2, and we'll script hop around in this chapter real fast. So at verse 2 it says, "Burden not thyself above thy power, which thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself. For how agree the kettle and the earthen pot together? For if one be smitten against the other, it shall be broken." All right, I'm about to break that down. Well, the scripture about to break that down. Look at verse 3. "The rich man hath done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee." Now you see why it's saying don't have fellowship with people that are not in your class. Burden not thyself above thy power. So why are you burdening yourself with things that are above your power? You know what I'm saying? Things that are outside of our control. Why are we worried about? Why are we arguing about? Why do we burden ourselves with things above our power while we live it? Why do we have fellowship with people that are so-called mightier and richer? And it just showed you why. Because if the rich man have done wrong, he threateneth withal. And the poor is wrong, obviously. but the poor has to entreat. Now, if the rich man see that it profits him, if the rich man see that helping you really profits him, then he'll help you. But if he see that helping you doesn't profit him at all, what it say? He will forsake thee. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why you kind of got to mess with people that you can be Amos 3:3 with. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be forsaken by somebody that you thought was for you and then find out that they not for you. You feel me? Verse 5. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. You see that? If you have anything, he will live with you. And I'm reading this old English, so if it's not Live, or because you see it say Liue in this mug, that old English mug, all right? But he take everything. He said he will make thee bear and will be not sorry for it. Verse 6, if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee. If he have need of you, if you have something that he can profit from, you feel me, then he'll use you. If he have need of you, if you got money that he can get off of you, then what it say? He will deceive thee and upon thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? You're like, what you want? Smiling like it's all good. What you need, brother? I got you. You feel me? This is it. Ecclesiastes chapter 13. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach. He said, verse 7, and he will shame thee by his meats. Is that mates? Or I can't say, until he have drawn thee dry. He will shame thee by his meats until he has drawn thee dry. Twice or thrice, 2 or 3 times. I mean, he ain't just gonna do it one time. He said he gonna do it more than once. And at the last, he will laugh thee to scorn. So not only is he gonna take everything from you, he gonna laugh at you in the end. When he see that you, what we call ASS'd out, when he see that you down and bad and he done took everything that he got from you and he can't get nothing else, now all he doing is just sitting back and laughing at you. You feel me? I just want y'all to hear what these scripts say, man, because you got to understand that, you know, we talk about separating people and seeing who is real and who fake. The scriptures is giving you the game to do so. You feel me? So you ain't got to worry about the whole camp banging and who in the camp and who not in the camp and who believe and who don't and who for you and who against you. You feel me? Just know that if the Most High be for you, then no man can be against you. If a man be against you, then his weapon won't prosper. You feel what I'm saying? But that's why you got to read this, and especially this book of wisdom right here is called Sirach for a reason. It's called a wisdom book for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? It's wisdom. It's game in this mug. It's game in here. You feel what I'm saying? Where we at? Verse 7. Afterward, when he see thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. So not only will he shame you until you dry it up 2-3 times, then he gonna laugh at you. And then after that, when he see you and he see that you down bad, he will forsake you and shake his head at you. Like you was a nobody from the beginning. You feel me? Verse 8, beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. I can't tell because you know that J is an I in here, but it's basically talking about your simplicity. You feel what I'm saying? In your naiveness. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be naive. You feel me? Don't be deceived by your naive. You know what I'm saying? It said, verse 9, if thou be invited of a mighty man, withdraw thyself, and so much more he will he invite thee. You feel me? So when you've been invited somewhere that you know you wasn't trying to go, withdraw yourself. That's just gonna make them want you even more. Verse 10, press thou not upon him, lest thou be put back. Stand not far off, lest thou be forgotten. Affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words. For with much communication will he tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets. Woo-wee. Now, I ain't saying no names now. I'm just letting the scripture speak. I'm just letting the scripture speak. Y'all might know, or this might sound like somebody that y'all know personally. I'm just, confessions make the best lessons. All right. Verse 11, I'm going to read that again. Affect not to be made equal unto him in talk. Don't worry about being equal. And believe not his many words. You can't listen to what everybody say. Can't listen to what everybody say. For with much communication will he tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets. You feel me? So now you start telling people stuff. Now you start giving up information that you ain't never told nobody. Because with much communication, you've been deceived. Some people, what James Brown say, talking loud and saying nothing. Ain't saying nothing. Talking loud, ain't saying nothing. You feel me? And it sound good. I could talk to y'all and sound real eloquent. And yes, I've studied and I've done my bachelor's and my master's, and I've read this book and that book, and I've read many a book. I can sound intelligent, but I'm just keeping it 100 with you because I'm not trying to deceive you. You feel me? All right. Look at verse 12. But cruelly he will lay up thy words and will not spare to do thee hurt and to put thee in prison. So he ain't got no problem remembering what you said to spare you to hurt and put thee in prison. He ain't got no problem using what you told him in secret and using it against you and holding it as blackmail. You feel me? A lot of y'all give up y'all information when y'all be joining. You gotta ask, why did they want that information? Observe, verse 13, observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. When thou hearest these things, awake in thy sleep. When you hear it, wake up. When you see it, it's real. You feel me? Don't just see something and ignore it and keep going like, oh, it's gonna fix itself. We just gonna see this foolishness and we gonna sweep it under the rug. We ain't gonna say nothing. Eventually it'll fix itself. No. It said observe and take good heed. Observe and take good heed. Pay close attention. For thou walkest in peril. Meaning that you don't know if you're gonna be overthrown by the foolishness. If you're gonna be called out by some foolishness. When thou hearest these things, awake in thy sleep. Verse 14, love the Most High all thy life and call upon him for thy salvation. Oh, wait a minute. Let me read that again. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 13, in the Apocrypha. We have verse 14 now. Love who? The Most High. Love the Most High all thy life and call upon who? Him. Call upon him for thy salvation. You feel me? You feel me? All right, I know y'all feel me. I see it. All right, right on. Right on. Verse 15. Every beast, look at this. Every beast loves his life, and every man loveth his neighbor, right? We all supposed to love each other. We all love each other. We supposed to, the ones that's real anyway. All right. So 16, all flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. So that means that even nature shows you that people that are similar stick together. All flesh consorteth according to kind. All flesh consorts according to kind. So I like to hang with people who look like me and who think like me. You feel me? All flesh does it. It's not saying that it's like a racist thing or nothing. It's just saying that this is the way it is. This is wisdom, all right? Don't abhor wisdom. It said a man will cleave to his like. Verse 17, check this out though, y'all. Check this out though, y'all. Verse 17, what fellowship have the wolf with the lamb? What fellowship does a wolf have with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly. What fellowship does a wolf have with the lamb? The same way a sinner has with the godly. You feel me? Verse 18, what agreement can you possibly make between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? Drops mic. Just drop the mic. Somebody drop a mic, man. I'm serious. Drop the bomb, bro. What fellowship does the wolf have with the lamb? So a sinner with the godly. What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? The light has no fellowship with the darkness. And those who walk in the light must abstain from all appearance of evil. So therefore, if you were trying to walk in the light, thank you, Ahch Lorenzo. Shalom. Shalom, Ahch. That's my homie, man. Man, me and Renzo, we brothers, man, and gained a brother just off a conversation, man. I don't want them hands from you, though. I already know, brother. I already know. But for real, though, do y'all see that? What fellowship does the dark have with the light? You feel me? Look at verse 19. As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. Okay? The rich eat up the poor. You feel me? The wild ass is the lion's prey. So why would a donkey try to go hang with a lion when he know that lion is trying to devour him? You feel me? The wild ass is the lion's prey. The same way the rich eat up the poor. So why would I'm poor gotta go try to hang with people who rich, knowing good well that they don't live life from my perspective? You feel me? Once upon a time, people who were rich, they were poor at one point in time. So they say, oh, I can relate. I know what it feel like to be poor and down bad. But if you get out of touch with that and you've been rich for over 10 years or so, you kind of lose touch with the poor. Because now you see people living a life that you used to live that you no longer live. Not only that you no longer live, you stay away from now. You feel what I'm saying? If you living at the top floor penthouse, come down and you hop out in a limousine every time you got to go somewhere, you going to drive down the street and you going to look at people that's sleeping on the streets and you going to turn your nose up at them. You feel me? So where's the real fellowship between the rich and the poor? You feel me? Because anybody that was rich and wanted to have fellowship with the poor, you would see. But is that the case that's going on? How many millionaires do y'all see breaking bread with us that's on the streets? You feel me? It's not happening like that. How many pastors do you see get their tithes every Sunday or every Sabbath day, get money, but they never break it off with the people that's in the streets? You feel me? The rich eat up the poor. Verse 20, the proud hate humility. Let me read that again. We had Ecclesiasticus chapter 13. We had verse 20. Did y'all catch that? As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. Now, how many proud people do you see that hate to humble themselves? How many proud people do you see that don't want to humble themselves? And you see people being proud and they be extra pompous and arrogant every time they step on the scene, every time they do something, Whether they make a song or they make a video and they talking to the people. See, I'm talking to y'all like fam because that's how it is. If I meet any of y'all in person that I ain't never seen you, just know I'm going to talk to you like fam. I ain't going to sugarcoat. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 10 grand. You feel me? Because if I see a brother, I'm going to say, man, that's a brother. And if I see a sister, I'm going to say that's a sister. But understand that everybody don't think like that. You feel me? Everybody don't feel the same way. So I might call somebody a brother and he might be looking to conspire on me, man. So you got to walk with wisdom. Y'all sisters, you might see another sister and y'all know how women is. So I ain't even got to break that down. You feel what I'm saying? But you see a sister and you might say it's all love. But now you got to wonder in your mind, does that sister feel the same way that you feel? You feel me? And this book just is breaking it down for you. It's showing you. Yeah, a few. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be everybody. It ain't going to be everybody. If it was going to be everybody, why would the Most High call it a remnant? A remnant. That's one of my favorite sayings that Kamawaf gave to me. It's called a remnant for a reason. It's called a remnant for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it ain't going to be for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And we got to have that wisdom to know that. And you can pray for people all you want to. Like I told my homie last night, if I see that you down bad and I can't help you personally, the best thing that I'm going to go do is try to pull some strings for you and see if I can get some people that can help you. That's what somebody that's really down for you would do, right? So the same way spiritually, if I can't convince you within myself or from what the Most High gave me, then I'm going to just go pull the strings for you. I pray to the Most High and pray that he send his spirit of wisdom to you. You feel me? I don't have to argue with you myself because we just dirt trying to talk with dirt. Who's going to clean who? You feel me? Who's going to clean who? You know, but if I at least try to put the seed in the ground like I was supposed to do, and I pour a little water on it like I'm supposed to do, I can't make that plant come out the ground. That's the Most High job. You feel what I'm saying? And that's love. That's what love is, because if I didn't love you, I wouldn't even have said nothing. I would have just seen you walking off into the cliff, and I let you go walk off into the cliff because I don't care about you. You feel what I'm saying? So understand that the only reason that me personally, and I'm only speaking for me, the only reason that I'm saying something is because I love y'all, man. I hate to see people be lying to us, bro. I think we done had that for too long. People been lying to us for the last 400-500 years, and we ain't come in the truth for people to continue to lie to us, bro. No, I'm not having it, bro. And I know the Most High ain't having it either. You feel what I'm saying? The same way he woke all of us up and we all got jobs, I know the Most High woke me up and gave me a specific job to do. I got many talents. I can do music. I can write poetry. I can sing and play the drums and so on and so forth. But I'm also an enforcer, bro. I love my people, man. I wear the weight of the world on my shoulders. I put the weight of the world on my shoulders, bro. And anybody that I see that's my homie that's doing bad, I got issues with it. I got problems with it. If we both poor, I'm figuring out how we can both come up. I'm not trying to come up by myself and leave you in the gutter. I'm trying to figure out how we can both come up. You feel what I'm saying? But everybody don't think like that, yo. Everybody don't think like that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the difference. That's why I say real Judah. You feel me? It ain't just about no record label. It ain't just about a rap group. No, it's about being real Judah. You feel me? Because it's a whole bunch of tribe of Judah, but it's about being the real in the Judah. You feel what I'm saying? If we both poor, I'm going to say it again. If we both poor, I'm trying to see how we going to come up together. How can we rise together? Because look what it said. The rich can't have fellowship with the poor. You feel me? Check this out. Check this out, though. Man, verse 21. Well, we'll go back to verse 20. We in Ecclesiasticus chapter 13 for those who don't know. You feel what I'm saying? Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, and we at verse 20. All right. All praise to the Most High, man. We in here. It said, verse 20 says, as the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. Verse 21, a rich man beginning to fall is held up by his friends. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends. But a poor man being down is thrust also away by his friends. You see that? You see that? Right. Con. You feel me? It's either unity or nothing. Like, I ain't trying to be promotive, but it's either real Judah or nothing. You feel me? Because, like, if you ain't real, then you fake, bro. There is no gray. There is no shade of gray. You know what I'm saying? It's either real or fake, good or bad, right or wrong. Like the words say, hot or cold. That precepts. And the Most High told you himself. He said, I would rather that you actually pick hot or cold. So that way I know where you stand. You feel me? Man, now that's cold blooded. Pops is giving you game. He said, pick hot or cold. So that way I know where you stand. How many people you see that's stagnant out here? They be fence straddlers. They like to ride the fence and go with whatever's convenient. You feel me? Nah, that's not the definition of hot and cold. That's not the definition of hot and cold. That's the definition of lukewarm. You feel me? So you didn't wake up out of your sleep to come into the truth to continue to be lukewarm and try to please men. You feel me? Like Paul said in Galatians, he said, if I seek to please man, I wouldn't be a servant of Hamashiach. So who am I seeking to please? You or the Most High? You feel me? If I seek to please man, I wouldn't be a servant of Hamashiach. You know what I'm saying? So that's the definition of hot and cold. And he said he'd rather that you pick so that way he know what side you stand on. When you lukewarm, can't neither side rock with you. And that's why people be stagnant out here. Because you be lukewarm. You be trying to be a fence straddler. You be trying to be popular with everybody. And it's not for us to be popular with everybody. He said you got to love one and hate the other. You can't serve both. You can't serve both. You feel me? Either you're going to be hot and you're going to serve the Most High, or you're going to be cold and serve the devil. But I'd rather that you pick the Most High or the devil instead of trying to act like that you're doing both. Because when you're doing both, guess what? The Most High don't mess with you because he don't trust you. And also the devil don't mess with you because he can't trust you. Because you trying to be a fence straddler. You could flip-flop any day now. Cartoons say you wishy-washy, Charlie Brown. You wishy-washy. You feel what I'm saying? Stand firm and stand strong on what you believe and what you know. You feel me? And that's the difference between the old church and the new church. We don't go off of beliefs. We go off of what we know. We go off of what we can prove. Now, I can prove to you through scripture, scientific evidence, and history that a man named Yashayahu walked this earth. You feel me? Now, what I can't prove is that when they crucified him, he rose from the dead. But that's where the faith of the gospel kicks in. Do you believe that that man walked the earth? Of course, everybody knows that. But did he rise from the dead and the whole city worth of people seeing him walking around for like an extra 40 days? Now, that's the gospel. That's the gospel. You feel what I'm saying? That's the gospel, man. Dog, no. None. Y'all finish off this chapter 13, man. I want to show y'all something else too. Now I'm going back to my regular book. Let me go to the Old Testament real quick. Y'all feeling me, man? Y'all hearing this? You feel me? Hot or cold? You feel me? Dog, like, it's too real in the field, man. And then not only that, but we coming down to crunch time. We coming down to crunch time. We coming down to the time where you got to know who stands for you. You got to know who is riding for you. You don't need somebody that is on that say that they on your side, but then when stuff hit the fan, they flip and flopping and they start second guessing and, oh, wait a minute. Well, I ain't know that it was going to come down to this. I ain't know it was going to happen like this. Man, What you mean you ain't know? This is what the scriptures say. Prepare to be hated, man. Prepare to be hated by all nations for his name's sake. So if you ain't think that you was going to be hated on, you feel what I'm saying? You wasn't reading your book. You know what I'm saying? So prepare. Prepare for it. You feel me? Like he said, you come to serve the Most High. Prepare your heart for temptation, man. You feel what I'm saying? Prepare. If it happened to the master of the house, why you wouldn't think it happened to the servants? You feel me? If they call the master of the house Beelzebub, what you think they gonna call the servants? You feel me? Hey, man, you gotta do the work. You ain't gotta be a respecter of man, because the Most High ain't either. You feel me? You do what the Most High put you on this earth to do, and you do that. Somebody talk to you, cool. Somebody don't talk to you, cool. Who cares? You feel me? You ain't getting this truth to make friends. You ain't coming this truth to be popular. Did you? I didn't. You feel me? It's nice to have some people around you that know the same so you can be Amos 3:3, but it ain't going to be 100 deep. Until the Most High say so. You feel me? I know we want thousands and thousands of brews ready to ride. You feel me? But that ain't going to happen until it's the Most High's time. Now watch what happens when we try to instill that before the Most High say so. Anytime we try to move without the Most High, we blowing it. We blowing it. Anytime we try to gather and say, hey, y'all, let's everybody link up and all of us together, man, we gonna do it. It always be calamity, man, because if the Most High didn't say so, then we just went on our own. He said, I didn't send them, but they went. You feel me? I didn't speak to them, yet they said the Lord said. I didn't send them. I didn't send them. This is what the Father said, y'all. Jeremiah 23. He said, I didn't send them, yet they went. I didn't speak to them. The Father said he didn't speak to them. Yet when they speak, they always say the Most High said. The Father told me to tell you. The Lord told me to tell you. Father say I ain't even speak to them. You feel me? Man, that's cold, bruh. Pop say I ain't even talk to them brothers, man. Oh, man. I didn't send them, yet they ran. They ran. Let me show y'all something else too. Going to the New Testament. We in Matthew. Show y'all a couple more scripts and then I'm gonna slide up out of here. Let y'all get the rest of y'all resting on. Yup. We in Matthew chapter 16. Y'all in Matthew chapter 16 in the New Testament? I'll wait till somebody say Khan or got it or Matt 16 or real Judah or something. Say something and then I'm going ahead and read this Matt chapter 16. Much love with y'all, everybody that's tuning in, man. Just trying to get this understanding, man. Trying to get this wisdom. All right, there we go. We at Matt chapter 16. And I'm going to do this one too the same way I just did that last one, kind of hop around on the verses. All right. Matthew chapter 16, starting at the first verse, says, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. This is talking about Hamashiach. And let me just put this little side note in here real quick. Just real quick. I just want y'all to just think about this real quick. You know how y'all say Yasha Christ or Yeshaya Christ or Yashaya Christ? Kakama Wa said, that's just like saying Jesus Hamashiach. can't mix the Hebrew and the Greek. You feel me? Like, we know what Christ mean, and we use it, you know, to talk to people who can't speak the Hebrew. But I'm just saying that, you know, just for reference, you know, Yashayah Hamashiach. You gotta say Yashayah Christ. You might as well say Jesus Hamashiach. A Greek name with a Hebrew name, or a Hebrew name with a Greek name to finish it off. Make sure you be specific on who you talking to, because sometimes people say that they follow Christ, and Christ is just a title. So you got to be specific on who you talking to. That's why we say the Lord is a title. God is a title. You know, people say, I believe in God. Well, which God? You know what I'm saying? The Lord told me. Well, what Lord? You feel what I'm saying? What Lord? You know what I'm saying? I'm operating in the spirit. What spirit? You feel me? Because it told you to beware of spirits. You feel what I'm saying? Try spirits by the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be specific on who you talking about. That's where he said that we will remember his name. That's what the whole purpose of names is for. Because if you wanted to talk to me and say Sham to get my attention, you would call me by my name. You wouldn't just say, hey, bruh, man, dude, hey, brother with the locks. It's going to be like 20 people turn around. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to call him by his name if you're trying to get his attention. Pops, Ahaya, my king, Yashayah, you feel me? My mother, Kakama wife, Rawak Kwadash. You know what I'm saying? You got to be specific on who you talking to. You know what I'm saying? So back to chapter 16. It said the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. Now, notice it said that they were tempting him. All right. They wanted to see a sign. You feel me? So just relate this to yourself. Verse 2, he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. He said, O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? Whew. You can, but look at what they said though. You feel me? The sky is red when it's evening. The sky is red when it's morning. So basically you saying the same thing twice, and you saying that it's different. Yashayah called you hypocrites. He said, how can you discern the face of the sky, but you can't see the signs of the times? You feel me? You can tell me that the earth is flat. You could tell me that the earth is round. And you could tell me how he died and how he was born. And you could tell me who the nations of the Bible is. And you could tell me all of this. But you can't see what time it is. You feel me? You can't see what time it is. Because the time is that everybody killing us. And we still arguing amongst each other. That's what time it is. You feel me? Why are we still arguing amongst each other, man? You can look at the sky and tell me the distance between the earth and the moon, and the distance between the moon and the sun, and tell me how the rotations work and so on and so forth, but you still arguing with people. Like I told my homies, man, you talk to somebody in this truth, they're going to be attracted to your peace. They're going to be attracted to your peace. If you still arguing and you strifing and you going in it every day, getting into it with people every day, how will they know that you have the truth? You feel me? They say you look just like everybody else. You still argue like I argue. Now, how am I supposed to know that you have the truth? You feel me? How am I supposed to know that you know what you talking about when you still got to argue with people like a regular person? You feel me? That's what make people stay away from coming into the knowledge of the truth. But like Paul said, does that make the gospel of no effect? No. You feel what I'm saying? That just means that you know where people are. All right. Look at verse 4. We in St. Matthew chapter 16. Verse 4. He said, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed. Okay? Now there's more to this chapter, but I want to focus on that right there. He said, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall be no sign given unto it but the sign of the prophet Jonas. Meaning that when Jonas went into the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights and then came out, the same way the Son of Man went into the belly of the earth for 3 days and 3 nights and came out. So there was your sign right there. You feel me? But this is what I want to focus on. He left them and departed. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with departing, okay? You feel me? Like, when somebody come to you and they tempting you and they're desiring for you to show them a sign or something, you feel me? Like homie said, the vain jangling and vain babbling. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with leaving them and departing. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with that, man. Straight up. Look at verse 6. We hopping down to verse 6. He said, then Yasha said unto them, take heed. What we just read in Ecclesiastes 13. Watch out for them. Take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. He said, take heed and beware of the leaven. All right. Beware of the foolishness. A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. That means just a couple of people on their own can mess up a whole group of people. And you precept that with the Old Testament when Israel was going in to conquer that nation, and he told them not to take nothing for themselves, and that one person stole something and went back and took it in his tent. Did not the whole army get messed up because of that? And they had to go find out who it was that transgressed the law of the Most High because the whole army wasn't winning. You feel me? Man, a little leaven the whole lump. Now, verse 7 said, they reasoned among themselves. All right. Every line is important. They reasoned among themselves. So Yasha gave them a warning and said, hey, man, watch out for them freaking Pharisees and Sadducees. Now, because they didn't understand what he was talking about, they reasoned among themselves. How many of us do that? Because we don't understand what the word is saying. Instead of seeking for understanding and praying to the person who the word was supposed to come to or through, you reason among yourself. You reason among yourselves. And they say, oh, he must have been talking about the leaven because we ain't got no bread. And that ain't even the type of leaven that he was talking about. You feel me? That wasn't even the type of leaven. So verse 8, when Yasha perceived, when he figured out that they was reasoning among themselves, he said unto them, O ye of little faith, why ye reason among yourselves? Because ye have brought no bread? He said, you think that's what I'm talking about? The fact that you ain't got no bread? Like, look what he said, verse 9. Do ye not understand? Do ye not understand? Neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000 and how many baskets ye took up? So he bringing back, like, remember when we thought we ain't had no food and we only had them 5 loaves of bread and we broke that 5 loaves amongst 5,000 people and we still had extra left? Do you remember that? You feel me? Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000 and how many baskets did you take up? You feel me? So he's asking them, like, do you not remember the works and the miracles that I performed already? Now, I feel like this is how the Father be asking us. Do you remember when I let manna fall down from the heavens? When y'all said that y'all were hungry in the wilderness and you thought you wasn't going to have no food, how I still provided for y'all? Why are you worrying now? Why are you reasoning among yourselves now? Are we thinking that the Most High is not working out? Or are we thinking that the Most High is not working in our favor? You feel me? Where's our mind at? He said, verse 11, how is it that ye do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread? I wasn't talking about bread. I said that ye should be beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. Pharisees were keepers of the Mosaic law that did not recognize that the Messiah was in front of their face. Sadducees were supposed to be keepers of the law, but they didn't believe in the spirit or angels. Look up the definition of Pharisees and Sadducees, then you tell me who this sound like. All right. Then understood they how he bade them not beware of the leaven of bread. Then they understood, they got it. He wasn't talking about the leaven of bread, but of the doctrine of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. So he's saying, watch out for that GMO. You feel me? Watch out for that food that you perceive to be good bread and is really GMO, genetically modified organism foolishness. Verse 13. Y'all keep reading that one too. Let me go on to the next one real quick. I'm almost done, man. I just want to give y'all 2 more precepts real quick. Romans 16. We at Romans 16, right after the gospel books and right after Acts. You're going to find Romans. And, man, I'm going to show y'all something else too before I get off of here on this, on these letters, man. Because I made this statement a long time ago, but I didn't show y'all the book. Look at Romans 16 and verse 17. Romans chapter 16, starting at verse 17. All right. Y'all there? I'm going to go ahead and read it. He said, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and do what? Avoid them. You feel me? It said, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary. So it didn't say ignore them. It didn't say act like they don't exist and they just gonna eventually fade away. No, it said mark them that cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and not only to mark them, but avoid them. You feel me? It says mark them and avoid them. So, if you got called out because of some foolishness, don't be upset because you just got marked. And if I stop talking to you, or if I stop dealing with you, it's because the scripture told me to avoid them. And then it also says why. Verse 18, for they that are such serve not our Adawan Yashayah HaMashiach. They serve not our Adawan Yashayah HaMashiach, but their own belly. They serve their own belly. And by good words, what we just read in Ecclesiastes, how they use them smooth words and be smiling in your face to get all your secrets up out of you. By good words and fair speeches, deceive the hearts of the simple. Okay? For they that are such serve not our Adawan Yashayah HaMashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. They deceive the hearts of the simple. That's why the Most High put watchmen up. That's why the Most High gave certain people exorbitant, extra amount of wisdom to see where the simple can't. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's nothing wrong with being simple-minded from time to time. Because I look at being simple-minded as childlike. You feel me? Some people are naive because they choose not to recognize the evil in the world. You can't knock them for not seeing the evil in the world. They just chose not to see the evil. You feel me? But what us who do know that there's evil in the world, what we can't do is allow the simple-minded to be taken advantage of. You feel me? That's what we can't do. Now I'm going to read that one more time. We in Romans chapter 16, verse 17. It says, "Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not our Adawan Yashayah Hamashiach, but their own bellies, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple." All right. And you can read the rest of that in your own luxury time. But you feel what I'm saying? Now let me give you one more, then I'm out of here. Y'all, somebody say Titus. Titus. Somebody say Titus. We're going to Titus. You feel me? All praises to those that's hearing, man. To those that's actually getting this wisdom, man. Because this is for us. Somebody got Titus? I'm waiting on somebody to say Titus. As I'm flipping. There we go. Thawada, Adora's in the building once again. All right, we at the book of Titus, right after 2 Timothy and before Philemon or Philemon. Can't remember how to pronounce that. That's another thing too, man. Make sure I be pronouncing words right, man. I know we ain't learned like, you know, scholars and theologians and people that study, but make sure that you be pronouncing words right and stuff, man, because you don't want people to think you don't know what you're talking about. You can't pronounce these words in the book. All right. All right. All right. Now here's the warning. It says Titus, we in chapter 3. We in chapter 3. And look what he says right here at verse 9. All right. And this is precept all over the book. It's in Timothy too, but I just wanted to go to this one because it kind of lists it. Titus chapter 3, verse 9. It says, "But avoid foolish questions. Avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain." Now let me read that again. Avoid foolish questions. People that come and ask you things that neither one of y'all know the answer to. And that's what I like to just say, I don't know. You feel me? I would rather tell you that I don't know before I give you false information and I lie to you and now your blood is on my hands. So I avoid foolish questions. You feel me? Well, if, you know, God real, then how come this is the way it is? Well, if I can't prove it to you in the book, or if I can't show you in history or something like that, then I'm going to have to avoid your foolish question. You feel me? And genealogies, people that want to trace the genealogies and say, you know what I'm saying, you ain't Judah because this is your father and this is your mother and I know this because your father is this and all that. Hey, that's not our job. That's not our job. Our job is to go into the four corners of the earth. Because from the outside looking in, we can't tell who Israel is. We can't tell who the Most High called and who the Most High's chosen is by outward appearance. We just got to tell them. Yahshua said, go to all creation. Go into all nations. You feel me? So therefore, I don't care what your genealogy is. I'm going to just tell you this truth. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But it's not my call to say who gets it and who doesn't. We can't make that call. I'm not about to tell you who going to heaven and who going to hell, because it ain't my heaven or hell to put nobody in. You feel me? Shalom, sis. How you doing? Yeah, it is. All right. You feel me? And contentions. All this arguing and confusion for no reason. Like I said, we arguing about stuff that we can't prove, y'all. And then not only do we argue about it, we get so up in our feelings, we be ready to curse people out. Well, if you don't believe that you ain't supposed to get in the water for your baptism, F you. If you don't believe that Yahshua came from a virgin, then forget you. If you don't believe that Hamashiach was hung from a tree, which I can't prove, but I'm just going off of what I feel, then forget you. Ain't that stupid? Why are we arguing over things that we can't prove? Why don't we just avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law? You feel me? The Most High didn't give us the law so that we can look at other people and say, ooh, ooh. That's that Old Testament stuff. That's why the Hamashiach had to come and show you how to walk it properly in the first place, because put nobody walking it properly. Ooh, you ain't got a beard. Ooh, you ain't wearing fringes. Ooh, come on, bruh. Is that really what it's for? Is that really what the truth is about? Is that really what the gospel of Hamashiach is all about? Is that what the law of the Most High is about? You feel me? And look what he says. For they are unprofitable, in vain. What do you profit by proving that the world is round? What do you profit by proving or attempting to prove? What do you profit? Does it have to do with your salvation? Does it change your life? Like I told my homie a long time ago, I think it was almost like 2 years ago, I was talking with Dayog, man, in Houston. Shout out to Dayog. I said, man, homie told me that the world was flat. I said, okay, that's what's up. And then another homie came and told me that the earth was round. I said, okay, that's what's up. You feel me? Because do I get a check? You feel me? Do I get a check on this? You feel me? Do I get some type of advantage by agreeing with your thought? You feel me? Now, if you listen to certain people, like, I gave him a chance. I said, well, explain what's the whole purpose of the earth being flat and so on and so forth. And I found scriptures in the Bible that precept with this. So it could be flat more than it could be round, y'all. They could have been lying about that too. You feel me? Now, what brother told me was that the fact that they try to say that we revolve around the sun, which technically is contrary to, you know what I'm saying, the scripture, or Enoch said that the sun revolve around us, is that they was basically trying to institute sun worship or something. You know what I'm saying? So if you telling me something that, you know, make sure that I ain't trying to worship the sun or something, all right, cool, I respect that. But at the same time, don't yell at me and try to shove something down my throat that you see I ain't listening to you. You feel what I'm saying? If it ain't got nothing to do with my salvation, it said it profiteth nothing and it's vain. You feel me? So I don't necessarily care what y'all be talking about, because it ain't profiting nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if it profits to my salvation, or it helps me walk this walk a little better, then come on with it. But if you know that at the end of your conversation, it ain't going to be nothing to come from it, what's the point of bringing it up? You know what I'm saying? What's the point of bringing it up? Like my homie said, all right, you go around and you yell at everybody and say, we the Hebrews, we the real Jews. All right, what's next? What if everybody agreed with you and say, you know what, you're right. We are the Hebrews. We are the Jews. Those other nations, those are heathens and Gentile nations. Now what? What's the next step? You feel what I'm saying? Do you know what the next step is? Do you know where to go? Do you know who to follow? You know what I'm saying? Put things in action for yourself. Put things in action for yourself, and then that's what people gonna be attracted to. You feel me? When I first came in the truth, I didn't even go yelling on corners and all that. I talked to my immediate family, people that I deal with on an everyday basis, and let them know, y'all about to see some changes with the boy Sham. Y'all about to see some changes. Don't be alarmed. This is what it is. Whether they took heed or not, it didn't matter, because I was going to make those changes for myself. Now, over time, my family saw that, hey, that boy is serious. He said, don't call him Sam no more. Call him Sham. The boy had changed his name. He was trying to get baptized. Man, I went and got baptized in freezing sub-zero weather. Don't believe me? Ask Zahar and them boys in GOCC ATL. Shout out to the ATL. You feel me? Go ask them what month it was and how cold and frigid, freezing that water was. Not because a man told me to do it, but because I felt like I had to do it between me and the Most High. And that's what I prayed. I was in that water. It was just, Father, please see my sacrifice out here. You feel me? That's what I prayed. You feel me? Not because somebody came and yelled at me so much until I went ahead and did it. You feel me? But because I was pricked on my own, man. You feel me? And then not only that, a lot of my family came and got baptized with me that day. You know what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High, because they was like, look, it's cold. Can't we wait until a warmer month? Can't we wait until March or April or June? I said, look, man, y'all do what y'all want to do. If y'all want to wait until it's warm, y'all go do that. But for me, I'm going to go now, because tomorrow's not promised. You feel me? So I put my stuff into action for myself, and then people followed. Some people didn't and some people did. All praise to the Most High for it all. You feel me? But I didn't have to go yelling at people and freaking going off and getting myself out of character. Bringing myself out of character, bringing myself out of the peace that I just found. Said, when you know the truth, you shall be free. You feel me? So I felt free. I'm not about to bring myself back into the captivity of frustration and the freaking bondage of depression and all of that, because people don't want to listen to me. Who cares? If they don't want to listen, brother, you go do you. Sister, you go do you. You follow Hamashiach and you follow the Most High, and you put them laws into action for yourself. And when you finish putting them laws in action for yourself, well, you ain't gonna never finish. That's why you got to endure to the end. You feel me? But when you put them laws into action for yourself, then people gonna see the change in you. And then they'll come to you and start asking questions. People come to me more than I approach them. Sometimes they approach me so much, I just be tired. I be like, Father, I ain't asked for all this responsibility, man. You feel me? But that's the way it is. That's when you know that you operating through the Most High and through His Son and through His wisdom. You feel me? I ain't have to go yell at nobody. You ain't got to go yell at nobody. You ain't got to strive with nobody. You ain't got to get in contentions about genealogy and foolish, unlearned questions and so on and so forth. Just live your life. If you know what's right, put it into action. Other than that, I don't believe you. And that's just straight up. Because if you can come and post stuff on Facebook and tell me how I'm supposed to live every day, and make a video and tell me how I'm supposed to live every day, but I don't see you doing none of the above, then that's just talk. You feel me? Now, when I see you put it into action and I see the change in your life, I'm like, man, I'm about to hit that brother up, because I need to know what he on. And that's how you change. That's how you let your light shine. You feel me? All that gold is overrated. What did you do with your coin? What did you do with your coin? The Most High gave everybody a talent and a commission, a charge and a mission. There's something that we are supposed to do that the Most High gave us to do. Now, instead of arguing with each other, why don't we just focus on what the Most High gave us to do? And do that. Do it to the best of your abilities. So that way on that day of judgment, you can beg and plead and say, Father, I swear I tried. I promise you look, I heard you call and then you told me to do this. You seen when I went to go try to do that, right? You seen it? You remember. You feel me? Because ain't none of us really ready to see that day. So all you can do is do the best that you can do, man. Keep these LSCs and clean your temple. That's going to clean your whole household. You know what I'm saying? You got your household clean, and then you might be ready to go out into the neighborhood. If you get your neighborhood on one accord, then maybe you ready to go into the town. Once you got the town, then maybe you ready to go into a whole city. The Most High sees fit that you got that whole city. Now you might be able to get a whole state that's backing you. But it's steps to it. You can't just go from 0 to 100 and think that everybody's supposed to jump on right from the get-go. You got to put your plan into action. It said write the vision and make it plain. Put your plan into action. Put them actions into yourself. And then let people come to you. Much love, y'all. Shabbat Shalom. You know? Real Judah. All praises to the Most High. Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya. Bahasham Wadam. In the name and the blood. Shal Yashayah Hamashiach. Bahasham Wahadam. Shal Yashayah Hamashiach. Waha Rawak Kwadash Kakamawaf. Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Much love. And I'll catch y'all next week. Most High willing.